Welcome back, everyone. My name's Christine. If you are new to this channel, I am a part-time reseller, and today I'm going to show you a haul that I got at the thrift stores. Now, I have been selling cookie cutters for many years, and I love cookie cutters. I love selling them because they're so easy to ship, easy to list, and easy to store. I also collect them as well. Now, today's information I'm going to give you is provided by this book that I do have. This book is from 1994 and it is very rare. I have only seen it listed for sale a couple times in all the years I've been selling. Now I'm going to use this information just to give you a little bit of background, so if you are a reseller as well and you're thinking about listing some cookie cutters, I hope I can provide the information that you need to put that in your listing. This is an adorable Scarecrow. He is cute. Now he is listed under fall, not Thanksgiving or Halloween, but he is so cute. So it is the head of a Scarecrow with his little bandana on and his little patchwork hat, and he is so cute. Now this is a actually pretty big cookie cutter. Let's see here. Let me see how big this one is. Wow. Yeah, so he's almost just about, I can't get it on there, let me see. There we go. So he's almost about 4 3/4 in length here, and let's see. And he's about 4 1/4 wide. So he is actually a pretty big one. So this one came out in 1984, and he does have, originally he was sold for 75 cents, and the first issue did not have the Hallmark on here on the top of the handle. I believe it was, yes, here it is. So it was down below. Let me try and get that on there. Well, it's upside down. So here you go. It's hard to see, but it is 1984. And let me get my book. Here you go. So in 1984, and there he is there. So he is the first issue. Second issue, a lot of times, are usually a hard plastic, and first issues are a soft plastic. He only came in the orange color, and he, of course, it does have the 75 cents, which I showed you on there. And there is no eyelet on here. That's usually the little tag that sticks out with the little hole in it. Now this is one of my favorite cookie cutters. Now in the book they don't have it in the autumn, fall, Thanksgiving section. This is actually listed in the other miscellaneous section, but I'm including it in here because this is around the time of year when these start growing. I know in the park close by my house we have tons of mushrooms that have just sprouted up overnight, and I just really feel like this is part of the time of year that you will see these. Now this came out in the 1970s, and it came out during that whole mushroom craze. You had the Merry Mushrooms, you had the Cornyware with the Spice of Life. I have an example right here where it's all the little mushrooms on there. You know, Gemco had some, and there were just tons of other companies that put out these little mushroom themed items, and I feel like this is probably Hallmark's take on that. I feel like this is more of the Merry Mushroom, just simply because of all the little circles here on the top. Now it does have the little eyelet here so that you can hang it up on a pegboard of some sort. I know a lot of people used to put these on a wire or a string just to keep them all together. Now I'll go ahead and flip this over. Now it originally was 50 cents. And it does have the Hallmark here upside down. This came either upside down or right side up. I think it just depends on whoever was loading it into the molding at that time. It's not a big deal. Now this is, I believe it's 2.5 by 2.5 inches. Let's take a look. Yeah, so about 2.5 by 2.5. Yep. All right. Now let me go ahead and get my book. And I'm just going to zoom out just a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. Now this is true to size on these photos, so you can see here. And they did include it right side up and then facing the opposite direction. Now these did come out in 1978, and it was a soft plastic. And of course there's the round eyelet, and it did come only in tan. I know this probably looks yellow, but Hallmark's yellow is actually a really bright yellow. So they would consider this more of a tan color. Now they did not reissue this at all. This is the only time they put it out. Now the only other time that you would see a mushroom, as it states down here, is it came in a pack of 4, and it was actually a mini mushroom. Let's turn to page, here we go, page 18. There you go. So you can see the difference in the sizes. Now this small one came in this 4-pack, and I think just depending on who was loading the colors into the mold at the time, the mushroom can come in either red, tan, green, or orange in this set. It just really depends. Now I did not see any of these when I was trying to do comps. This was the only one that I found, so I'm going to go ahead and probably list this a little bit higher than I normally would on Cookie Cutters, but I think anybody who is a fan of Merry Mushrooms or just mushrooms in general is going to enjoy this. Now this is another cookie cutter that is listed under another holiday, and I felt like this could be incorporated under a theme during this time of year. The 2 themes that I'm actually thinking of, and one of them actually Paul thought of, which is kind of typical for me, for him to say that, but this is actually could have been used for football season, the beginning of football season, preseason, you know, tailgate parties. But the one that I was actually thinking of was Oktoberfest. That definitely would fit in there. It is a beer mug with the foam top on here. And this was actually originally listed under St. Patrick's Day. Now, I know that beer is very popular during that time. I don't know if it actually came out around St. Patrick's Day or they just put it under there because it's green, but I really think that this could be incorporated under different cookie themes. Now, let's flip this over, and I'm going to bring this a little closer because it's really kind of hard to see. Now here it is listed as 75 cents, and it does have the Hallmark cards incorporated here, and it can be either upside down or right side up. It just depends on who is controlling the molds at the time. And if I flip it back over here, very, very close here, you can see that it says 1984 Hallmark Cards Incorporated. Now this was created in 1984. Although it was created in 1984, it wasn't issued until 1985. Sometimes you will see this. A lot of times it depends on what time of year it was. It could have been held over until the following year. Now, here you go. So it is an exact true to size. And this, I've already measured it. It is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Now, as they show here in the book, it does have the 75 cents printed on the back of the cutter. Now, I think this is a typo. It says hard plastic, but first issues are always a soft plastic. It is more of a bendable. It doesn't bend a whole lot, but it is a little bit bendable. And if you cling it, it has that, if you clink it on another soft cookie cutter, it has that distinct sound versus if you have a hard cutter. So yeah, it's much louder. And now both of these are hard plastic. So, and these are for another video. So, but if you have the soft one, it is a first issue. If you have the hard plastic, that is actually a reissue, and it'll probably say 95 cents on the back. This one is definitely is St. Patrick's Day, but I think you can definitely incorporate it under the football season and Oktoberfest. Now we have the Black Halloween Cat. This one is really cute. It's less of a spooky kitty, and it's more of like a really cute, happy kitty. It is a soft plastic, so it is bendable, and it does have the issue date of 1979 here on the inside leg. And if we flip it over, it'll have the 50 cents right here on the back, and it does have Hallmark cards incorporated. And some of them will have that, some of them will not. I believe, here it is. So it does have the example here at the top, and that way you can see the difference. Now, this one was reissued. Let's see here, let me turn the page. This one was reissued in 1985 for the Ambassador Company, and it's actually called the Ambassador Cat. It's not called the Black Cat. Now the difference is it because it is a reissue, it's in a hard plastic, and there is no 50-cent price here. Now, is that going to matter to a lot of buyers? Probably not, because they're just looking for a cute little black cat. Is it going to matter to a hardcore collector? Yeah, probably. So if you're a reseller, you want to make sure that you get that information and put that in your description area on your listing. Now, because it is a reissue, it will still say 1979 here, but it will be hard plastic and it won't have the 50 cents here on the top. So you'll definitely be able to tell if it's issued in 1979 or 1985. Next, we have this Black Cat Cookie Cutter. It is an open cookie cutter, and he's a little bit more spooky than the previous Black Cat. Now, the great thing about this is that you can use these open cutters to make different designs. You do not need to use this just for black cats. Now, there is a Facebook group that I'm in, and you know, the people on there are so great. They come up with all these different ideas that you can use these for. One of the ideas that somebody came up with was saying that if you turn it on its side, it looks like a bird on a sled. You just, you know, you can keep this with an open beak or cut it off and it looks like a penguin. You know, you see it there. Another person suggested that it's a kid on a skateboard with a ball cap on, and you can just add the little wheels on there. I actually thought of maybe that it was, if you turn it upside down, it could have been like an alligator popping in the top of his head out of the water. Or you can cut this off and add a circle here on the top, and it would look like melting ice cream on an ice cream cone. You know, it's limitless. You can make all kinds of designs with these. So it's not just a black cat. You gotta have some imagination though. But if you don't, you can be like me and join a group, and they can help support you. But this one came out in 1986, and it was, as you can see, it's black. Now, this was originally 95 cents, and you can see that right there. Now, this one has been issued so many times, but the original one was 95 cents. This is the original. If it was reissued, it would have it, the 95 cents on here somewhere else a second time. And then there's just the prices, it just goes on and on and on. I mean, look, see how it does that? It just goes up and up and up. So this is a very, very popular one that they've had over the years, and they just keep reissuing them. It was also put out for the Ambassador Company as well. So it's definitely a popular cookie cutter. And I just seriously think it's because it's an open cookie cutter and you can use it for anything. up next we have this really cute little Scarecrow cookie cutter. He is a painted cookie cutter on hard plastic, and he is so adorable. Now, he came out in 1979. Now, he was one of two that came out that year. The other one was the Dracula, and let me show him to you. So definitely probably looks familiar. I don't have this one this year, but I had him last year, and he sold for about $20. So the painted ones are very sought after. They were always made by another company for Hallmark. They were produced by a company called Monogram Productions. Now, I think these were exclusives because when I was a kid, I remember in order to get these at our Hallmark store, we had to go to the desk and ask for them. You could not get them on the floor, and I think they were probably a limited amount, and they were $1.50 at that time. I know $1.50 does not sound like a lot right now, but in 1979, minimum wage was about $1.25. So spending $1.50 on a cookie cutter, that's a lot of money to spend. Now he does say Hallmark here, Hallmark cards on the end. And he is so adorable. He came in a clear plastic bag originally, but these are very sought after by collectors. So if you have these and you're wanting to list them for sale, you can actually sell these for a little bit more money than you would the plain soft plastic ones. Now we have a pair of Pilgrims. These are really cute as well. Now these are hard plastic. Now I know I've said in the previous clips that the hard plastics were reissued. These are not reissued. This is just the way that they came. And they originally came in a 4-pack. But these two, it's a man and a woman. And they came out in 1974. Now, they came in a variety of colors. They came in red, tan, orange, and avocado green. Yes, avocado green, that popular, lovely color. Boy, that brings back memories. But it just depends, and they did not always come, like the female did not come in orange. She could have came in avocado green or red. It just depends. Now, these came in a set of 4, and let me show these to you. Here they are. So in the 4-pack, it originally had a turkey, the Pilgrim, and the Pilgrim female, and the maple leaf. Now, they did get these reissued by Ambassador back a few years later in 1977. You could only get the male and the turkey. You could not get the female. She was only available in the 4-pack, which is really kind of sad. But these are really great. You don't have to use these just as Pilgrims. I have seen people use these for Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. You just change the hat. You cut the ends off on here and then make the dress red, and she will look like Mrs. Claus. It's the same thing with the boy as well, and you can just cut these off on the side and then add the little Santa hat that comes down, and they will make really cute little cookies. And I've also seen them as gingerbread men as well. So, but I'm going to sell these two as a pair. I am going to split up all the pieces in my set. I feel like they sell better when you separate them, because not everybody wants the 4-pack. They want the different ones either to complete their set, or are they just looking for specific ones. Now these ones, they do, like I said, they are in a 4-pack, so there is no pricing on the back, but they do have the Hallmark cards incorporated, listed here on the back of the handle. It's a little hard to see. You can probably see it better on the avocado green. But if you're interested, these will be listed as a pair. Well, I've saved my very favorite one for last, and I will tell you here in just one moment. Now, this is a cute little cookie cutter. She is a witch on a broom. She is adorable. I love her. Now, she was made in 1976, and she did come out as the soft plastic, and then she came out in the hard plastic. Now, mine is definitely the hard plastic. She had a gold foil sticker on here originally, and it did have Hallmark made in the USA on it. Mine is long gone. You cannot see it anymore. But it does have the Hallmark, let's see if we can see that, Hallmark cards incorporated on the top of the handle. And she is so cute. She came in 3 different colors, 3 different shades of orange. She came in this orange, a medium orange, and a translucent orange. Now, the reason why she is my favorite is because she reminds me of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. If you are trying to do the Hocus Pocus themed cookie cutters and you need a little witch, this would be perfect. You can use it for Mary on the little vacuum cleaner, Winnie with the red curly hair, or Sarah with the long platinum blonde hair on there. Definitely would be perfect on your cookies for your Halloween themed. But she is definitely my favorite. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click on the like button for us. If you would like to receive notifications every time we upload a new video, then click on the subscribe and notification bell on your way out. Thanks for watching!